Excuse for that? Where is the excuse for turning a nation of laws into a nation that will be led by a president who knows how to manipulate our fears?
This Congress must not allow the names of innocent U.S. citizens to be placed on secret intelligence lists. Under this bill, violations of Fourth Amendment rights and blanket wiretaps will be permissible for the next 4 years. Massive and untargeted collection of communications will continue. Furthermore, it allows the type of surveillance to be applied to all communications entering and exiting the United States. These blanket wiretaps make it impossible to know whose calls are being intercepted by the National Security Agency. Let's stand up for the Fourth Amendment.
And those on this side have accused us of having a pre-9/11 mentality. Let me remind them that July 4th, 1776 was pre-9/11. And heaven help us, the day that those values are shucked aside at the service of fear, reject this bill.
Let's remember when this country was founded, Benjamin Franklin said, those who would give up their essential liberties to achieve a measure of security deserve neither.
Gentleman's time is
Vote
expired.
against.
The bill is passed. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is...
Todas estas leyes no crean seguridad, solo suprimen libertades. Como comenta Jesse Ventura, exgobernador de Minnesota y también exmiembro de los SEAL, grupo de élite de la Marina.
Secure our borders?
No.
Oh, keep them wide open so enemies can come in?
No, enemies come in. I don't get the fact that the supposed enemies came in from Canada, so we're fencing off Mexico.
Well, don't our enemies...
How do we manage that? Shouldn't we be fencing off Canada?
Well, both.
Both?
Yeah.
I don't want to live in East Berlin, Sean.
I don't either.
I don't want to live in East Berlin.
But I don't want to live in a country where enemies can cross over at will either.
I look at it this way. We're losing our rights because of the Patriot Act. I would rather, and as I say in my book, and I'm so crass to say, give me liberty or give me death.
I'm with you.
I would rather take my chances with terrorism than to lose my individual rights, which are vanishing every day. Let's remember, I stand for freedom. Let me give it to you this way, Donnie. If America is changing because of the war on terrorism, then the terrorists are winning. Because we may be beating them on the battlefield, but if we're getting our freedoms taken away and America changes because of what terrorisms do, the fear of terrorism, and government there to protect us, well, then, in my opinion, the terrorists are winning.
But Jesse, you have to admit, if we don't do something, the reality is terrorism is a new kind of war, and it's nothing we've faced in our over 200-year history, and some things have to be done differently. This is a different kind of enemy, and to put your head in the sand and say, we can't change anything, I just think it's ignorant.
Wait a minute, nobody's putting their head in the sand. We're as ill-prepared for terrorism as we've ever been. Take a look at the hurricanes that just hit this country. They were even announced 3 to 4 days ahead of time. Okay. Now, when the terrorists hit us, do you think they're going to send us a memo telling us 3 to 4 days ahead of time we're going to hit you? Get prepared. We couldn't even handle what happened in New Orleans, and yet we're being sold by our politicians that we're safer today, that we're out there protecting you. We've got this big government bureaucratic agency on terrorism that's going to protect you. It's a bunch of hogwash, Donnie, and if you believe it, you're naive.
But so what do we do? Okay, let's say now you got to go get bin Laden. Why can't we find this guy? This is the one question I don't understand. He's a 6'6" Arab guy. We have unlimited funds to spend. You put $1 billion on his head as a reward. Why can't we get this guy?
Because I don't think we want him that bad.
Tell me what makes you say that. Why don't we want him that bad?
Because we should have gotten him. That's what tells me that. We've had since 9/11/01 to get this guy, and we failed miserably.
But the statement that we don't want him bad, I think it's hard to fight. It's another question why we haven't found him, but to say we don't want him, you say there's some political agenda reason we wouldn't want Osama bin Laden?
Well, I'll tell you why we couldn't do that. We need our military on the oil spigot over there, and we cannot have our military away from the oil spigot because we're so dependent upon it. When we take a break, when we come back, I'll tell you how it's impossible to make us safer as a country.
Okay. Yes, sir. You were going to give some answers, correct?
Well, I'm going to give you an answer right now. You give me Dick Marcinko, myself, and 8 of our other former SEALs, and 10 of us will paralyze the whole nation.
How do you mean?
Simple. Look what the two guys did, the snipers. They paralyzed 4 states and 20 million people, and they weren't even that good. You take 5 coordinated sniper teams, put them in 5 different locations around this country and start randomly killing people, and you would bring us to a freeze. You would bring America to a freeze.
Well, of course you would, Jesse. You know, 5 lunatics, you know, strap grenades and walk into 5 different malls, you'll cripple the country. So, I mean, what are you saying?
Well, and that's what I'm telling you. How do you protect against that?
Well, you're not giving an answer.
Why do you take away freedoms to stop that? Because taking away freedoms is not going to stop that.
Para complementar este marco jurídico totalitario, esta mafia usó a Clinton para preparar a la población civil para lo que se prevé suceda después del segundo ataque de Al Qaeda, el control militar de la población civil de los Estados Unidos. De 1998 al año 2000, Clinton llevó a cabo ejercicios militares en las principales ciudades de los Estados Unidos, sin que la prensa controlada informara absolutamente nada respecto a estos hechos. Solo unos cuantos reporteros independientes hicieron públicas estas maniobras. Estos ejercicios militares no eran otra cosa que un ensayo de un golpe de Estado militar.
Attention, attention. American forces are here to help. Remain calm. We will not tolerate civil disobedience. Attention, attention, attention. American forces are here to help. Please remain calm. We will not tolerate civil disobedience.
Well, I think terrorism is being practiced on the residents of the city of Oakland because many of the retired teachers, retired military people have informed me that they understand what's going on and it's not anything that relates